Hi there, Taurus, and welcome to this, your October 2025 forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel St. James, clairvoyant. Now, information about personal readings or healings can be found in the description. This month might be a bit shorter than usual. I have some really pressing, urgent academic matters that I need to take care of, and that's just eating up my time. But I can assure you that this will contain and display the same high quality and accuracy that you have come to expect. So let's get it underway, shall we? And see what there is for you now. Temperance. Here is the Two of Cups. This is the Hierophant. Here is the Fool. And finally, for you, here, the Nine of Wands. Well, I'll bring the camera around and let's get straight into it. Things really start to take off for you this month. Tremendous breakthrough coming through. And that's also a result of having confidence in yourself and working out your life's priorities. Great love and devotion. Although something's going to show up which is going to require you to dig deep. But you are up for the task. But how can we go past the Fool as the most famous of the major arcana in many respects, I suppose. Now, this is speaking to me, the one who walks without fear. So the first thing that's being said here is that, I think that you're going to conquer your fears about things and any concerns that you may have about acting. You could well find now that this is a time of great openness for you and of trust, and a time when you are going to be ready to take a risk. You are going to have the courage to stand your ground, and I see that this is really reflected also in here, I think. But freedom is coming your way. Independence. A great degree of creativity. There is enormous potential within you now. And this is also saying to power and vitality within you. And there's really the possibility of making a great leap forward. But the thing is this is coming about as a result of you listening to your heart's voice and being in the present. There's new beginnings here, and in some respects, some people could think that you are a little bit left field in relation to some of your behavior, but there's nothing wrong with that. This is speaking of a time when I think that you are just going to do something just on the moment. This is the start of something new here. Something of a beginning into a journey, into the unknown, which is full of potential for you. Now, this is saying that you need to take that leap. You need to take the action. Not out of faith, but with the inner confidence that you are going to be okay. So open up your life and have faith that you can create what you want. I think this could also speak of a desire for you to want to break free of the usual routines in life. But look upon life really as this character here does. Be empty once again. Your creativity is going to turn into things that are tangible. And this is a period where you are going to re-own your courage. And maybe also a time of you maybe paying some attention to your spiritual journey. But you are going to have the courage to be who you are without fear. Now, this is saying that do not be surprised where you find that you are ready for a new beginning, perhaps even a huge leap forward. So give in, dare to make the jump, even if doubts and fears try to hold you back. Remember, you have conquered fear and trust the voice within your heart. What does fear mean for you? And how do you imagine this courageous, strong leap into the future and into the new? And what does it look like? Where does your heart call you to go? Say to yourself, I am a radiant being. I am a living treasure. I honor and value the unlimited resource of courage which is within me. I respect the person who I am. There is nothing to fear, and I now follow my heart because I am open and ready to go wherever it may lead me. Now, I think that this was sitting on top of a major arcana, wasn't it? Yeah, here we go. Now, the astrology of this, oh, this is very good for you because it is Venus in Taurus with the moon exalted. And I think that this is a time when you will probably have something of a desire to make sure that in this leap forward and these new beginnings that you make, that you don't step outside of the rules, because in some respects you'll understand that traditions are still somewhat important to you. You may well find that this is a period of very intense learning for you. This is very good for people who are in large organizations in the public service or in schools or what have you. You will be something of an advisor to people. There's a desire and a willingness and an ability, I think, for you to give counsel and advice to other people. You're also going to be very good at getting information across to other people and inspiring them. It's a period, I think, when you might be unusually more so than ever attracted to music and sounds, and you're going to be very good at listening and speaking because you want to make your ideas come into form. And unsurprisingly, there is here a deep desire to be challenged by new experiences. And I think there could also be a little bit of soul searching and thinking about your spiritual being. And the search for the self may well lead you into spiritual realms. Now, what's also coming through here is that there may well be some issues revolving around family that need to get integrated. But remember, as this is also saying that there is only one voice worth listening to, the voice of your own heart. Now, along that same theme, probably unsurprisingly, I guess, is this energy here. A lot of Sagittarius around here. They're obviously going to be important to you during the period. This is speaking of a time when you're going to be going in search of the unification, bringing opposites together. Now, that could well be in work relationships, or it could also be in love, which is going to be very successful for you during this period, but I'll get to that in a second. Balance is going to be important to you. There is inner change and transformation coming on, and of course, this great leap forward continues to show up. There's a bringing of all of your forces and powers together, and you're going to take action which is based on you having surveyed the environment and done a good assessment as to what is going on. In fact, I think you are going to have success with a matter, thing, or project which has had something of an elaborate history to it, and you are going to find that it gets resolved in a way which makes you happy. Now, interestingly enough, I also see you getting away with something. I see you getting out of something. I'll just leave it at that. Now, I think it's also the case that you'll be learning to bring about balance and moderation in your life. Just be patient with things. Let them evolve at their natural pace. But do some self-evaluation to re-examine, to look again at your life's priorities. And then you'll be able to work really efficiently from a place of stability and strength within you. Yes, I think that if I'm reading this energy right, the central theme here is one on reintegration, bringing things together. I think this is also going to reflect a period of self-evaluation, as I say, in order to re-examine your life's priorities. I think that you will be looking for a much greater balance between the inner you and the outer you, and looking for higher meaning and purpose in life. Now, you might find during this time that there is a clash between your old habits and your new vision, which comes about from a number of these cards here. But just to trust your inner self. Yes, well, Sagittarius, I think, is something of a theme for you, this Sagittarius energy around you this month, because here I have the moon in Sagittarius, and the moon, of course, looks to go deep within you, into your subconscious, and into things that you thought that you had never been able to do, because it is the moon ruling Sagittarius, as I say. So you are going to have power gained from bringing together your conscious and unconscious energies. There'll be a wholeness with you, great determination, a strength of character. Courage under fire is how I would describe it. Excuse me when I bash my head into that. And I think you're also going to be in a position or required to defend what you have worked for. But there's a belief in yourself here, you know. It's also looking into your unconscious here. Well, when the unconscious becomes visible, you can be faced with many things that you have covered up in order to avoid looking at them. This can produce unsettlement, a fear of feeling painful wounds that you've covered up and hoped to forget. But I think there may also simply be fear of your own yet unproven strength, which is going to now reach into all areas of your life, reorganizing them. And this flowering self-realization within you, that's not going to allow you to go back to old situations where you don't feel that you've got it in you. But because this energy has made its way in, you can be reassured that you have what it takes to get by. Even in times of difficulty and stress, inner strength is going to rise up and guide you towards your goals. And in the process, you'll learn a lot more about yourself, and you'll also get an all-round perspective, which is going to bring you security and self-confidence. And then we come to what is your planet of Venus. It's very gentle energy. Venus in Cancer. Well, this is talking about receptive love, happy relationships, a great emotional exchange. You realize, don't you, that if you love yourself, you are attractive to others. And your ability to love yourself prepares you to give yourself totally to someone else. And then a really deep emotional exchange is possible. There's a giving and receiving of overflowing love. This is also very good for people who are involved in business ventures, or particularly those involved in sales as well. There are close bonds here, togetherness, love, harmony, and a relationship that is strengthening and which is framed by mutual respect and love. Now, you know that your readiness to receive love makes you attractive, so surrender to yourself, to others, and to life. So pay attention to the love that is coming to you now. Remain open and let it enter you and go deep inside. And say to yourself, there is nothing to do but enjoy what life offers, and I am now ready to let into my life the love and bonds and friendships which fulfill me. What a fantastic spread of cards for you. Made so much better for you being here. I really enjoyed your company during that reading, and unless I see you in the meantime for either a personal reading or for a healing, then I'll see you here again next month. And until then, remember one thing, and it is this, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.